What is going on, everyone? Trust the Buzz here. If you are new to the channel, I make daily Charlotte Hornets content. So if that interests you, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. And if you cannot tell by the title of the video or the thumbnail of the video, in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about what does Summer League mean for the Charlotte Hornets. So the Summer League means a lot for a lot of different teams. Some teams it doesn't mean anything at all. Some people, it's their whole future. Some people, it's just, hey, I just want to see the young guys play. Charlotte Hornets, it's a little different. The reason I say it's a little different is, one, we do need to see how the young guys play because, one, James Bouknight isn't playing, which is killer. I mean, I think he's practicing with the team. I don't think that means he's going to play. But, yeah, we definitely need to see how the young guys play. We definitely need to see the flow of the offense and how the team's going to be ran. And we definitely just want to see, well, I say young guys, but also I want to include guys like Kai Jones, who's been working his butt off. I don't know if y'all follow Kai Jones on social media, but if you do, you will not be disappointed in just terms of he works his butt off. Like I said, I don't know if these pictures and videos are old, but he posts every day of him working, and I just love to see that. I always like Kai Jones, so it doesn't surprise me at all. But those are things that I want to see looking at Summer League, and I'm gonna tell you why those things are important. So let's start off with one that's not so obvious. We have a new coach, Steve Clifford, if you haven't heard. Well, new old coach. And that's going to be, he said he wants to keep the same tempo as Borrego, but, you know, tweak some things a little bit. And that we're going to see that in Summer League. So the talent in Summer League obviously isn't the talent of the actual roster. However, they are going to coach these players and run these players the same way Steve Clifford is going to do for the others, like the actual team. That's how they're going to construct this, and that's how they're going to approach the Summer League. There's no need to teach different systems at different leagues, whether it's Summer League, G League, and then, like I said, the NBA. So watching Summer League carefully, we're going to see a little bit of what Steve Clifford wants to do. Granted, we know that LaMelo is the focal point of the team. None of these players are LaMelo, at least not that I know of. So it is going to be a little different just because of the personnel, but the actual just sets and things like that and how they play defense. Do they switch everything? Do they zone? Do they things like that? These are going to be things we're going to be looking at Summer League, just because of the fact that while it's a light version of what they're going to do in the NBA, it's still just an early preview of what the team is going to look like. And I think that's interesting just because of the fact that we have no idea what Steve Clifford is going to be. I personally thought he was going to slow down the tempo and just focus on defense. He came in his press conference right away, said he's not going to do that. He wants to keep the tempo. He actually wants the offense to be even better. And then he said that he does want them to get better on defense. So I'm very interested to see how they, how they run this team in the Summer League. It's going to be big. And now we can move on to the small players. It's very interesting is that we're going to see players like Mark Williams. So we expect Mark Williams to get NBA minutes. Some people say he's going to be the starter. Some people say he's going to be the backup. I personally think that he just probably more than likely would just be the starter. But we'll see. But yeah, I'm interested to see what Mark Williams does. I'm interested to see how they play Mark Williams as well. So not only I want to see what Mark Williams does when he gets the ball, but how are they going to set up Mark Williams? Are they going to play him low in the paint and then it's a little slower paced offense? Or are they going to have him running up and down the court with Bryce McCown's oop off the back of the glass, Mark Williams come back and dunk it? Just, it could be anything. So I'm interested to see how they use Mark Williams. Off the top of my head, he's probably going to be maybe the best player on the Summer League roster. Like I said, James Bouknight is not playing. Bryce McCown's is probably the better offensive player for sure, but I'm talking about overall. So I'm interested to see, will they feed Mark Williams? Will the offense just come to him naturally? These are things I'm looking at just because of the fact that I'm not saying just because they work in Summer League they're going to work in the NBA, but I will say in this case that some of the things they use on Mark Williams here, if it does work in the Summer League, we can expect to see a version of that, come, the regular season. So I'm interested in him specifically. Also, Bryce McCown, just because he is a two-way player, but he really could have been a first-round pick. I think if Nebraska was in a tournament, I don't think he's a second-rounder, personally. If Nebraska was in a tournament, I don't think he's a second-rounder, but they only won like 11 games, so that's that. Interested to see how he plays, because like I said, he's a two-way player, but I think he could be better than that. And I know some people say that he may not even play in an NBA roster this year or ever. I feel different. I think he can. I think they have to take a flyer, especially with the direction this team is going. You have to take a flyer on a second-round guy, and he would be the second-round guy to do so. And then also I just want to see Kai Jones, because I know he works his butt off. LiAngelo Ball, just because I actually like watching LiAngelo play. I think he's a really good shooter. He does need to work on some other things, but he's entertaining to watch. And then we have, I can't remember everybody, but those are players I'm looking at, the young guys, just to see how they do. I know it's not the NBA talent, but I just want to see. One thing about Charlotte, I feel like, and we saw it last year, and even more so 2 years ago, they sometimes just don't try. I would love to see, and I even saw that a little bit in Summer League last year, where they kind of got a little lackadaisical. So I really look forward to seeing just how this team carries themselves in this, in the Summer League. Are they aggressive? Do they play hard? Things like that. That's something I look forward to in Summer League. All right, and that does it for this video. Like I said, I'm interested to see how guys like Kai Jones play. I'm interested to see how they use guys who they have an idea of probably will actually make the real roster. I'm interested to see how those particular guys play. So like, I'm interested to see how Kai Jones plays, Mark Williams, and players like that. Scottie Lewis too. I'm interested to see how he can play, because he has some time. JT Thor is a big one for sure. So I'm interested to see how those guys play. And I'm also interested in just see how they run the offense and defense of the team, because it will, like I said, it will be a light version of what they're gonna do in a regular season, but it's something we haven't seen Steve Clifford coach, like since Orlando. So it's just gonna be nice to see like an updated version of his philosophies and things like that. And like I said, it's gonna be a light version. One, it's younger players, and it's not the actual roster, and two, they don't have much time to get this together. But it's just gonna be a glimpse, and I'll take a glimpse instead of waiting until October to see it. So it's gonna be interesting. I always like Summer League. I always like watching the young players play. If you didn't know, I actually want to do a draft channel, but here I am talking about Charlotte Hornets all the time. So I just love seeing guys transition from the college or G League or wherever they may be into the NBA. And so Summer League has always been fun to me, even though it can be hard to watch at times. But once again, that does it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I'm at 92 as we speak. So if I can get 100 by the end of, not the end of August, beginning of August, that would be great. Y'all are probably gonna kill that goal, because y'all have been killing all my videos. Thank you so much. It really makes me want to record more videos. And I'll come up with a new goal once we reach 100, but I couldn't get there without y'all. So thank you so much, and I'll see you next video. Peace.